Hey, I'm Molly. Let's get started. Have a seat on your mat. Walk yourself down. Sit right in the center of it. And then take your hands, place them right on top of your knees. Ground your sits bones right down into your mat. Sit up nice and tall. Soften your elbows. And just find your Pilates breath. Take a breath in through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Just give yourself a moment to ground yourself into your space and get ready for your workout. So inhale through your nose again. Exhale through your mouth. And then just let your hands fall off of your knees onto the floor, letting your fingertips touch your mat. Roll your shoulders back. And this time when you take your inhale, bring your hands up with you. Right on overhead. And then exhale, take your hands down to the mat. Do the same thing again. Inhale all the way up and exhale down. Now this time on your exhale, we're going to hold your hands at the top. Take your left hand down behind your back, your right arm in front in the center of your space. Sit up nice and tall, and then turn your head and let yourself look over your back shoulder. So you have not only a nice tall lifting hold, but a little bit of rotation at the top. And just look right over the back of your shoulder. While you're holding it here, make sure you're still breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then next time you're ready for an inhale, lift your arms up with your inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, take your right hand back, left hand in front, find that tall place, squeeze your tummy, and then at the very end, look over the back of your shoulder again. And then make sure you're breathing again, inhaling, exhaling, and then come back again to the center. Inhale with your hands, and this time when you exhale, turn your palms to the front and exhale right on down to the floor. Once you get down to the floor, walk your hands out about as far as they can comfortably go. Just breathe, hold your head where it is, and allow your elbows to press down into the floor. That will lengthen your back. It will also stretch and warm up your glutes a little bit. And then when you're ready, slide your hands back into your space. Take another breath in. And this time when you exhale, take your left hand into your side. Reach all the way over past your side body and over your head, turning your palm down with your right hand. Then let your head turn and look at your fingertips. And then look up at the ceiling. So you're waking up the top of your back, your cervical spine. And then one more time with that, reach a little farther over, down to the front. Take a big rainbow in front of your space. Tuck your hand into your hip. Reach all the way over with your left hand. Flip your palm toward the floor. Turn your head, look down at your fingers, and all the way up to the ceiling. One more time for each. One down, one up. And reach a little farther over. Start to lower your hand. Rainbow it in front of the center again. Tuck your hands in all the way up to the top. We're going to start out on your knees, toes coming right back from your knees, and take a big breath in. And then this time when we exhale for all of our side work, open your knees a little bit wider. Take your left hand down to the mat, plant it with nice wide fingers, and take your right leg out to the side, pointing your toes. And then with your left arm, or your opposite arm, whichever arm can reach up, that one, take it up to the ceiling. So you've got pointed toes, long leg, palm to the floor. And then you can decide if you want to leave your foot flat or curl your toes for support. Totally up to you. But from here, we're going to then lift your free leg, thread your needle with your arm that's lifted, rotating your body a little bit, taking your hand between your elbow and your knee. Then take it all the way out, reach it overhead to mermaid, stretching as long as you can. Tuck it into your knee, stretch it out, and then wave your arm all the way up, lift your leg up until you can touch your leg. Then we're going to come back to the beginning. Hold your leg, thread your needle, take it all the way out, up and overhead. There's your mermaid. Then sweep it in, elbow to touch your knee. If you can't touch your knee and it's too far, then you don't have to let it touch your knee. You can just reach in the direction. So we're going to come down and thread, up high, overhead, elbow to knee, stretch, lift and reach. So what we're going to start to feel through this is a full body connection. You're going to work your core, chest and shoulders, and glutes. Everything from top to bottom. So we're going to do 4 more. Thread your needle, reach up, overhead, elbow to knee, stretch it out, lift and reach. 3 more times, all the way through. Thread it, out, over, touch, stretch, lift and reach. 2 more times, same thing. Thread it, come out, reach nice and long, elbow to knee, stretch it wide, lift and reach. And for your last one, we're going to go through it, but then we're going to leave your leg nice and high. So overhead, beyond your head, elbow to knee, stretch, lift, reach, touch, and then leave your leg out and hold it. And it's at this point when it starts to feel like a very heavy leg. So we're going to hold it long, point your toes, and pulse that same leg. Lift it, lift it, lift it. So your pulse is small and quick and tight, but very complete also. So you feel like you're grounded into your mat, but you have this long body that you have beautiful control over, and you're toning your glutes and outer thighs right now with this little pulse with no extra weight. You don't need anything else, just the way you move your body. So we're going to pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Then leave your leg up. 2 more. 1 more time. Leave your leg up. Take a big breath in, and on your exhale, with the leg still lifted, we're going to turn downward facing your mat. Walk yourself down to your forearms, giving your wrists a little break, but leaving the same leg in charge. When this same leg is here, we're going to take it out to the side. So open your elbows wide for a wide base. Let your fingers connect or touch at your thumbs wherever they can. They're flat down. Your leg comes out as far as it can. Point your toes to the floor, and then lower until you touch your toes to the floor and lift them up. So you're working the same side leg that you just did through your glutes, your maximus, and your medius. So it's a touch and a lift. Slow and controlled, and you have stability through your center. Then as you're holding this, take your chin, tuck it down, and look under, and make sure that you have kept yourself pretty level with your hip above your standing knee. Sometimes when you have one long leg out, you try to compensate for it and shift your weight through your hips. But try to keep it nice and level so that you can touch and lift and really focus on your glute. Let's do 8 more. So touch and lift. 7, toes to the ground, heel to the sky. 6, 5, 4, 3. In 2, we're going to hold it up high, leave it where it is. 1 more time, hold it high, leave it where it is. Then sweep it back behind you. And if your toes are not yet curled on your opposite foot, curl them right now. Push yourself up to your hands, and we're going to come up to a 3-legged dog. So once you get to that place, push through your palms, straighten out your knee, lift your leg all the way up, and same leg that you've been lifting and using the whole time. Start to bend it, tuck it, move your body forward until you float your knee in between your hands. Inhale while you're there, and exhale, stretch it up. Good. Inhale again. Exhale, tuck it down. Inhale while you hold, and exhale, stretch it up. And come right on down with lots of control again. It's slow. There's nothing about this that needs to be fast. It's just between you and your body. And tuck it down. We're going to do 4 more. So float, hover, stretch, lift, down, and up. Good. All the way down. There it is between your arms. Push it up. 1 more time. 1 down. 1 up. And when you finish your last one, slowly bring your toes back to the mat till your feet are near each other. Bend your knees, lower yourself to the floor. Lift your feet and rest yourself down on the tops of your feet, shifting your hips back to your heels, and bring yourself into extended child's pose. So we're going to use this pose just for a breath and just to lengthen your muscles and get yourself ready to do the other side. So we're going to inhale while we're here and exhale to come out. And when you come out, we're going to do everything the same way on the other side. So starting up on your knees, nice and tall, separate them body width apart. Inhale, reaching all the way up. And on your exhale, open wide, take your hand to the floor. Stretch your opposite leg out, pointing your toes. Then we're going to take your free arm all the way up, and the same thing with your outside leg. So point your toes. Remember, the longer the lever you have, the deeper in your muscles you work. It's harder to lift a longer lever. So we're going to take that arm up, thread your needle between your hand and your knee. Take it all the way out, reach overhead, lift and reach, then bend your elbow to knee, let them touch if they can. Stretch them out, lift, reach, and touch your outer thigh. So inhale up, thread your needle, come on out, overhead, elbow to knee, stretch long, lift, reach, and touch. Sometimes it's hard to actually touch your leg, but you can find it anywhere as long as you make some kind of contact between upper body and lower. So touch, lift, and reach again. Thread your needle, come on out, long body, tuck in the center, stretch it, and so you're halfway through. We're going to do 4 more of the same thing. All the way down, all the way out, far, tuck in, stretch out wide, and touch your outer thigh. 3 more times. Down, out, lift. And the same thing is happening this time as it happened the first time. You're working your chest, your shoulders, your core, your glutes, your outer thighs. And the best part about this exercise is it's 2 for 1. Even your stabilizing leg is working as hard or harder than your moving leg. So we're going to do this 1 more time. All the way down through, and then hold your leg. So there's 1. I might have given you 1 extra. All the way down. Elbow to knee. Stretch, lift, reach, touch, and hold. And this is where we did the pulse the first time, so we're going to do it again. Hold your leg long. If you cannot leave your leg up nice and high, just outside the same height of your hip, you can lower it. Lifted is still lifted, even if it's just 1 inch off the floor. So pulse it, control it, and notice how heavy your leg starts to feel and how strong you are that you can work through it. So give yourself 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Hold it. Now we're going to start to turn to face the floor, but leave the same leg lifted. Come down to your forearms and your palms. Level off your body. Open your elbows a little bit wider than they might have fallen to a wide base, and take that leg out wide and high and hold it there. Point your toes and touch to the floor and lift the ceiling. So it's floor, ceiling, toes down, heel up. And we're going to do the same test that we did the first time through. Dip your chin, look under your chest. Make sure that you're not pushing your hip way out and leaving your knee all by itself on the mat. You want to make sure that your hip has followed your knee and stayed above it. So you're still working your gluteus maximus on the side and your medius in the center. Touch and lift. Squeezing at the top. Lift and lower. And the best part about this one is that you're stabilizing through your center the whole time as you work your glutes. So we're going to take our last 8 right here. 7, touch and lift. 6, 5, 4, 3, and then we're going to hold it up. 2, 1 more time, hold it up, then slowly pull it in. And if your opposite toes aren't curled yet, now we're going to curl them. Press up to your hands, open your fingers wide so you have a strong base again. Inhale through your nose and exhale to your 3-legged dog. Leave it up nice and high, pointing your toes still. Then we're going to tuck underneath, till it floats between your hands. And lift it all the way up and stretch. So we're going to tuck down again, hover, float, hold, and come up and stretch and reach. Down, tuck. Keep it above the floor if you can. If you can't, you can let it down for a rest. But just keep control and breathe. All the way up, feeling your rectus abdominis flex as your knee comes in. Feeling the strength in your chest and shoulders as they hold you here. And you have 3 more. Come on down. Good. 2 more times. Then we're going to do 1 more. 1 more time. Here's the last one. Tuck it. Lift it all the way up. Hold. Slowly let your toes come down till your feet are near each other. Bend your knees to bring you to the ground. Lift your feet. Rest on the tops of your feet. Shift your hips down to your heels. And there's your extended child's pose for you. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And then slowly slide your fingers all the way up until you're seated on your glutes. Take a big breath in, reaching your hands to the ceiling. And then exhale to come down.